let's get to our Matchday 16 preview predictions. Let's get through these pretty quick here.
Yeah, and you guys have been listening to us for a long time. So, we got 4 more of these in Champions League before the end of the year. So a lot of action to come up. But we start the weekend off with Liverpool playing in their favorite time slot against Crystal Palace.
Did you see that? Yeah, there was like an interviewer asked Klopp that, and Klopp just was not having it.
He's got no sense of humor, man. If I'm the host, I'm saying the same thing. He was not having that.
It was funny. But yeah, Palace hosting Liverpool at Selhurst Park. Who you got?
Liverpool. Palace haven't won. I mean, they won 1 in their last 8, and it was against Burnley.
Palace are playing like shit. I'm going for Liverpool. You got Wolves hosting Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest, same deal. They're playing like shit right now, especially away from home. Wolves.
Going with Wolves, yep. Here you go. Burnley travel to the Amex to take on Brighton.
It's like a broken record, man. Burnley suck. Brighton just won their first match in a while. Brighton win again.
I agree.
Oh, man. Another one. Broken record. Sheffield United against Brentford. Brentford might be without Brian Mbomo. Who you got?
Brentford, man. Sheffield suck.
All right, let's get to a difficult one, all right?
Okay, Manchester United hosts Bournemouth.
Yes. And the way that United have been playing and the way that Bournemouth have been playing, I know I might have been riding my luck this week. I'm going with Bournemouth. I'm going with Bournemouth.
I'm going with United, man. Somehow they are just winning.
They are.
They're just winning.
Bournemouth, the way they've been playing has been so good, especially for Bournemouth.
Don't get me wrong. Bournemouth are playing better football than Manchester United, which is a weird thing to say. But Man United are winning, man. Yep. They're just winning games.
Mm-hmm.
And then the big one.
Yeah.
Villa hosting Arsenal.
I want to say Villa, but my heart is going to speak louder than my brain, and I'm going to go with Arsenal. But I think Villa are going to be a tough nut to crack in this one.
I think they will be tough as well, but I think they just put a lot on that field against Man City. So we'll see. I'm also going... My brain wants to pick draw, but I'm going with Arsenal. Like you said, my heart.
All right. Best case scenario for Manchester City, or worst case, they go to Kenilworth Road and play Luton Town. Who you got?
City.
The way Luton have been playing at home, and the way Manchester City have been playing without Rodri, I'm going to draw.
Ooh, a draw?
Yep. Again, riding
okay.
the All right, Fulham, London Derby. Fulham against West Ham. Who you got?
This is a little bit tougher, man.
Yeah, I mean, Fulham winning 5-0. West Ham in hot form. Both teams
draw.
Sitting around. Yeah, draw. I'm going to go West Ham.
Okay.
I think they're going to win by a couple, maybe give Spurs a fright before their kickoff of maybe they could drop down to 9th.
Well, how about Everton? They host Chelsea at Goodison Park. Who you got?
Well, the way Chelsea have been playing, I'm going to pick Everton because at home, they're a different squad than they are away. Chelsea are awful away from home.
Chelsea are awful, but they lose and they win. They lose and they win, and they lost their last game. So they're going to win this one, I think.
I think a draw is probably better because they've gone win, draw, loss.
Probably.
Win, loss.
Probably is going to be a draw, and we'll both be wrong.
And then the big one to end it all. Tottenham against Newcastle. 2 tired and injured squads. Who you got?
I'm going to go draw.
All right.
I don't know. This is going to be a tough one. It's at
Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And that's the only reason I picked Tottenham is because they're at home. Newcastle coming off, seeing their away form in the Premier League right now with nobody coming back for what seems like forever. They're tired. They just played today.
They're both tired. They are both tired. They both
played on Thursday. They're going to play on Sunday again. They got the late kickoff at least, so they get like a couple hours of extra rest. But yeah, I'm going to go Tottenham just because I think Heung-min Son will come back. If he doesn't, that'll change my pick. I would go with you with the draw if he's not there.
Newcastle just seem to do well against those top teams.
So they're definitely missing Nick Pope, though.
They are. And so that, again, I'm going draw. Kind of bowing out. But because that big game, Spurs and Newcastle, let's do our Spurs-Newcastle combined 11. And of course, we are keeping out the injured players because there are a lot of them.
I had to change some of my picks, so yes.
All right, so I'll go first. My goalkeeper is Vicario. My right back, pretty obvious, Kieran Trippier. My two center backs, Jamal Lascelles and Fabian Schär. My left back, Destiny Udogie, man.
Good pick.
My three in midfield, I did a 4-3-3 in case you're wondering. My three in midfield is Bruno Guimaraes, Yves Bissouma, and Joelinton. Then my three up top on the right, I have Brennan Johnson. On the left, Anthony Gordon. And my striker is Son Heung-min.
I was interested with your formation because you left out one Newcastle striker.
I did have to leave him out. I debated between him and Son, or even, honestly, Almiron.
Yeah.
And Brennan Johnson. I just love Brennan Johnson, man. I think he's so quick. He's an exciting young player. Honestly, I kind of wish Arsenal would have signed him because he can play all along the three, man. Left, right, striker, wherever you want him.
Yeah, but, Arsenal got all their homegrown players, and Reece Nelson, Emile Smith-Rowe, Eddie Nketiah. They didn't need a player like him.
What have they done this season?
Exactly my point. All right.
Nothing.
I went 4-4-2.
Okay, 4-4-2. So I'm guessing you got both those strikers.
I do. And because Nick Pope has been ruled out for 4 months, I held out and I had him on there, but I had changed it to Vicario, which honestly, it was still, even with a healthy Nick Pope, hard to choose between the two. It was.
Not for me. Vicario's
Trippier is my right back. I don't know how you didn't pick Christian Romero as a center back over Jamal Lascelles. I don't understand that pick at all. Lascelles has barely played for Newcastle in the last 3 years.
Playing fantastic right now.
He is, but so is Romero, except for a couple of rash decisions.
I think I have a vendetta against Romero.
Yeah, I understand because I
mean, he's not a terrible player. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he won the World Cup with Argentina, but I just don't care for him.
I understand because I don't either, but I cannot pick him. I cannot pick Lascelles over him. That's my neutral thought over my hatred of Tottenham. On the left back, I went the opposite of you, and a guy that last episode we harped on. I went with Livramento as my left back. He's been on fire this season. I love watching.
Harped on or spoke highly of?
Both. The same thing.
Oh, we spoke pretty highly of.
Yeah, we did. I've been talking about him since last calendar year. So, midfield, Bruno Guimaraes and Joelinton. Right wing, Miguel Almiron. Because the way that you love Brendan Johnson, I love watching Miggy Almiron. Seeing him start for Atlanta United and then go to Newcastle and kill it. It is so fun to watch.
Took him a few seasons, but he finally did.
Left wing, Anthony Gordon. He's on fire right now. And strikers, Heung-min Son and Alexander Isak.
I like it. Yeah, I debated between Son and Isak or how to fit him in, and nope, didn't want to.
It's fair. Got to be different somehow. And Bissouma is a hard one to leave out, so I get it.
I've been liking the way he's played, Bissouma, so I had to put him in. That brings us to the end of this episode. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to check us out on all of our socials to keep the Brews and Banter FC party going. Check out our Instagram, Facebook, join our Facebook group. Don't forget to check out the Redbubble account, get the Brews and Banter merch. Help us keep doing this because we appreciate it. And on that note, we love you guys. Thank you so much. As always, cheers.